outsourcing activities are in a huge number. So these are two important industry setup. We can discuss it. I mean, in this short, there are other many opportunities are there. We'll gradually flip to those sides. Next, please. Now, STPI has been tasked with that. Recently, we know in Assam also, in SOS Road, STPI office has been come up. In Tripura also, we have an STPI office has come up. They are the implementing agency. So you need to apply through them, and STPI is going to provide you adequate training how to go about it and how to set up a BPO for yourself, and you can be an employment generator. It is, believe me, it's not a very tedious task as it seems to be. Government is extending all those supports to you. You just set up a BPO, orders will keep coming, and you can roll out that money, and in 2-3 years time, when you don't require support, you could become an employment generator. Guwahati has around, I think, 15 BPOs as of now who will set up under this scheme. Nagaland has few. Arunachal doesn't have one. I mean, about this, Sikkim has one. Tripura has none. So there are still scope those who want to set up. It doesn't have to be geographically challenged, because if you are a resident of Guwahati, you can open it in Tripura also. It's not a problem. Government is providing all sorts of benefits for that. Fine. Next, please. Okay. How many of you know this guy? Any idea? Okay. One. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
He's the founder of Oyo.
Excellent.
Oyo Hotel Keynote. He's from Odisha.
Yes. Excellent. This is, yeah. And the story is very inspiring. For business, what you need is an idea. So at the age of 18, this guy, Ritesh, is struck with an idea. He comes from Raigad, I think somewhere in Odisha.
Yes.
So he thought that, there are problems when you are traveling. The rooms aren't available. The kind of money you are going to shell out for a particular room or services, they are not adequate. So therefore, he started his venture in 2013, next please, which is called the Oracle Stays. And then he completely, and in 2013 he relaunched it and created the Oyo room setup. Now here is the catch. Now it's a picture, I think probably you can connect with this. This is a Tong house in Tripura. Can we think of providing this staying experience, that Tong house, to the visitors who are the travelers who are coming here? If Kashmir can provide you the houseboat stay, if Kerala can do it, why can't it be done here? Why can't the youth take the responsibility? Because this is a very regular scene in the villages we see, in the tribal populations we see. Every state has got their own ethnic identity in terms of their own culture. So why can't we extend it and share it with the people who are visiting this? Now for Tripura, as I know, there are not much hotels available beyond Agartala. Correct me if I am wrong. So can we think of some bit of an idea where we can just use our own house, a portion of it, and give it to the people on rent basis? And if you are thinking like that, so you are actually talking about what Mahindra Homestays says. I am not promoting a company here, I am just sharing the ideas through which you can generate employment for yourself and for the people who will be working under you. Next please. Now, in entrepreneurship, what we have, how much time will you have, sir? Fine, sir. The basic fundamental talks here about, you have an ideation process. One thing should struck here, one killing idea, one concept. And then you need to conceptualize it. An idea, until unless it is broken into action points, is a reverie. What's a reverie? A daydream. See, if I am only having an idea, I am daydreaming. Till such time, I am pointing it in black and white with some critical action point. This is what I am going to do, this is I am not going to do, and this is what I am going to do in this span of time. I am actually conceptualizing an idea which is due for implementation. And then when I have conceptualized the idea, jotted down the action points, next implementation point. 3 simple steps. get an idea, note it down what you are supposed to do with definite timeline and go for it. Next please. Now, this another very interesting story. Anybody can identify the youngster there? Poor guy. I have written the name Tilak Mehta. Anybody has heard of it? Anybody? No. Okay. What can you say, please, sir?
Actually, he started the process of parceling various items, one place to another using those dabbawalas.
Yes. Very good. See, the point is here, this youngster, a 13-year-old kid, goes to class 8 standard.
His uncle is also supporting him.
Yes.
Left his
So
job.
he had a problem of buying books, but his father used to come home late in the evening, so tired, he was unable to accompany the child. It struck with him, can there be a logistical system through which lightweight consignments could be shipped across city of Mumbai? Books, primarily. He was a voracious reader. See, I am telling you one idea that struck him. And that idea made him launch a company called Paper and Parcel, PNP. It's still active, if you can see. And then who is going to transport them? So they took help of a concept called Dabbawala. I call it a concept because this is a very, Six Sigma approach first time implemented in India, and they have actually revolutionized the way things are being shipped. Dabbawala, I hope everybody knows, I am not going to go and dwelling on that. So instead of setting up his own channel, he sourced it out to the Dabbawalas and seeking their help. Now, as of now, 300 Dabbawalas are earning to the tune of around 10,000 per month shipping the products of Paper and Parcel. And shipping across a book on real-time basis, intra-day delivery. That means you order a book within a day in the city of Mumbai. Those who have travelled in Mumbai must be knowing how busy schedule it is, the kind of traffic it has to embrace throughout the day, and getting it within the same day, and you are paying 30 to 40 rupees or 40 to 50 rupees. Is it not something one should die for? So that precisely has happened, and if a child can stumble upon this idea, why can't we do that? He goes to the school in the morning, comes back, joins his office after 4. His uncle is there who is an ace finance champion, and he supports him in this endeavor. So once you have the idea, the entire environment, there's a famous saying, when you जिसको दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात एकजुट है तो मिलानी. So similarly, what happens? The entire ecosystem evolves around that poor child, and the entire system is supportive to that. We'll take one more example. Yeah, I know. So anybody knows this guy?
Founder of Byju's. So founder of Byju's.
Name please, sir.
I don't know the name, but
Okay, Baiju Ravindra. So this guy had a wonderful idea.
no science.
He first took up CAT. He cleared it. Got 100% time. He wanted to check, was it a fluke? So he said again. He again scored 100% time. And then he said, okay, fine. Was he supposed to join an MBA curriculum and got an MBA degree? He chose otherwise. No, I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is to train people to prepare for CAT exams. And that he used to do earlier. Nowadays, when we have children at home, we must be seeing that people are learning from you. My son does it. Affordable, ubiquitous, everywhere you can access it, and you are learning from it. And that's the tagline, fall in love with learning. So instead of the school decorum, instead outside the school part, so even every child has got a different learning space. Not saying every child learns the same way. Therefore, there is a challenge in learning among the students also. So you can learn at your own space. Nobody is challenging. Nobody is complaining. You do it and you learn. So now these are the three small yet brilliant ideas have changed the way the industry sees it. So startup ecosystem has come. Accelerators have come. So So they are there looking for a particular idea which is unique and doable. So I have just prepared a framework for it. Yes, please. So these are the steps, perhaps I think you can take it for yourself. That's what we teach for those who are the budding entrepreneurs. Is to start with, you need to set an industry focus. Which industry you want to go? Manufacturing or servicing? You have a manufacturing potential, go for it. If servicing one, that's your choice, what your heart says. Second will be the domain area. So you have to plan investment, how much money. If a manufacturing setup could be here, you have crores of rupees, okay. If you don't have that, then find out what is the quantum of investment you can think about in your project. Next would be your digital space. Hot, and it's not a spelling mistake, it's happening. Using apps. No, I mean, I thought it was
happening.
Yeah, it's happening, using apps. So, in that digital space, it saves you a lot of marketing expenditure, promotional expenditure. The way you can reach and directed marketing you could follow using Facebook and other digital platforms. Print media will not give you that mileage. Instead, charge you huge money. Next would be the logistical planning. That's a very crucial part. If the infrastructure is not developed, as like states of Northeast, we need to have a setup where we can communicate to people quickly, deliver to them. Second is talent acquisition. We have enough talent just to train them, gear them up, and procure them. Next is connecting dots. This is my critical point, micro level planning. We think so far at macro level, business perspective, thinking about earning millions, but at the micro level, the resource planning, the placement, set to the micro level where the office is located, the kind of people addressing the calls, the kind of people going for the packaging of your materials. These are the micro level things sometimes doom your business opportunity. And next would be going for a beta testing, test marketing. You try it with handful of people, handful of samples. Evolve from there. Accept the public opinion. Unlike Tata Nano, where Ratan Tata thought he was doing something challenging and changed the same automobile industry, and it doomed. And huge investment has gone into this. So we should be having 2 years to listen to the public opinion about your product. You may need to change it. Even if you may fall in love with what you are producing, but it may not be liked by the audience. The service also. You need to tweak it, change it, or sometimes you need to make a complete re-engineering of your entire product. And then, next is the proof of concept. What you have thought is accepted by users or not. If you are creating a product which is a very high-end product or a low-end product, it doesn't matter. As long as it is serving the purpose for which it has been purchased, I am done with it. If not, I will not buy it. Therefore, the proof of concept stands failed. Next, final is go live in deployment. You need to finally put it into the market, test it, put your energies behind it. Next, please. These are the channels which you have put it into a perspective. So step by step, the sequential steps, and what are the steps one should follow in order to achieve it. And that is the final one. And next, please. So with this, I come to, I think I am within time, sir.
Right on
Thank you.
dot.
Thank you.